Morning, everybody, and happy Halloween. Um, this is your pre opening comment for Tuesday morning, the 31st, and it is video number 1963. Okay, let's start with the futures. We have grains lower, slightly lower again. We have the oil after yesterday's $3 move to the downside, up 40 cents, not terribly impressive. Nat gas, which was down about 13, regains half of that, up six and a half. The gold stays over 2000, 2008.40. That's up about $3 and represents an awfully big month for the gold. Silver is slightly lower, down about 11 cents. Um, the bonds are higher. They're giving up a little here because the employment cost index was up 1.1% versus expectations for up 1%. Um, that's kind of a big number, not so much because of the raw change, but as to the trends. Okay, we had some, let's see, Asia was mixed. Europe is slightly higher. The Japanese yen is solidly at 150, and that takes it back to 1990 levels. So the dollar continues to be strong relative to the yen. Caterpillar reported a beat top and bottom line. It had closed at 242 last night. And this morning on that headline news, it actually got up to a high of 253.90, and then when the guidance came out, turned straight back down to 228. So 253, almost 254, down to 228. The last is 229, and that is down 13. Pfizer had a small miss and a beat on earnings. Um, Stock is basically unchanged, up 2 cents. Amgen had a miss on revenue and a beat on earnings. The stock is 270, up 681. JetBlue had a miss top and bottom lines. The stock is 387, down 35 cents or 7.8%. This stock has just not been able to get out of its own way towards the downside since the Spirit deal, um, at which point it was, trading for around $10. And the recent high is $9.45 back in July. In And that actually is a double top from early February. Srpt. This one reported results on a trial. It's a muscular dystrophy drug, is clearly not making the endpoints they expected. The stock closed 107.65 yesterday. Last is 61.52, and that is down over $40. It actually is down $46 at 61.50 here. That's down 43%. Um, the futures have been really jerked around by that Caterpillar number. Also, Amgen with their beat, so you have them going in both directions. Right now, the Dow is exactly even at up 0.04. Um, NASDAQ is up about $18 and showing some weakness, and the S&P, which has been up about $10 all morning, is up half that now. um, so there's really not a lot going on today. All right, folks. Fed meeting started, will be over tomorrow, and we'll have our 2 o'clock number. We also have consumer confidence today. Um, I believe that that is after 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock consumer confidence index. And as far as other economic news, we have a bunch of it tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. I've been listening to the commentary, especially from Richard Fisher, who is an ex Fed governor from Texas, and he brings up a very interesting point, and that is that the Fed is doing exactly what the Fed ought to be doing. However, um, those jackasses in Washington refusing to do anything that is fiscally responsible is really hurting this market. Um, for the next, for the quarter between now and the end of the year, the Fed needs to refi $8.6 billion per day. So while the Fed is, trying to handle inflation, the amount of issuance continues to be outsized dramatically, and that is what's keeping interest rates up, not the Fed. All right, folks, I'll be back later.